Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
Welcome everybody to the Daily Gun Show. We come to you live every day at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. About an hour each day. We do gun-related topics each day and run it live on YouTube. Simulcast it over on gunchannels.com. We're watching the live comments that come in from the people that watch the show as it's live. And we'll take the... So then got hosts, got Bob jumping in, we got Jimmy jumping in, and I'm down here in Tucson. Let's see, we've got episode 458 today. It's Wednesday. We're going to talk about entertainment. So just dig in. Has anything happened overnight you want to talk about?
Yeah, lots of talk about that bill that's going through.
HR 38?
Yep.
Yeah, that's happening today. So I'm sure somebody will turn on something during the lobby, hopefully. Otherwise, watch what happened after the fact, I guess.
I think Night Strike put a link into the general chat lobby.
To the place where they're just going to be talking about it on the Congress?
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh, we're going to start out with entertainment. So we got Cowboy Movies in the list here. I don't know if there's anywhere to take that. We've talked about it before in the past. We got 9 people watching. If 3 of that's us, then we got 6 people watching. So if you want to talk about Cowboy Movies, then let us know. Otherwise, we'll just keep moving, I guess. Rifleman is a good cowboy thing.
Yep.
I like how they're bringing back some like more modern movies. They're bringing back some of the cowboy western genre movies. I like that.
Yeah, it seems to run in little cycles, eh? They'll be, they'll redo cowboy movies and then you won't see them for a while and then they seem to discover them again and bring them back.
Yeah, like they're testing the water. Are they worth doing again? Are they worth doing these again?
Yeah, can we make money with them yet? Can we make money?
Yeah.
See, but I don't really like it when they take an old good one and they remake it with wimpy actors who never lifted a shovel or worked. I'm not saying all the old actors have, but at least they knew how to act like they did, I think.
Yeah, the new True Grit, for example.
Yeah, it was a horrible one. Really not the same movie.
No.
I mean, if the goal is just to name something based off of the first movie, all right, so you're redoing it. Like this isn't the same product as before. We're putting new ingredients in it. But if they're really just trying to pay homage to it, then I think they ruined them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it was more for like that, especially since we're talking about the True Grit one. I think that was kind of a money thing. Let's call it True Grit. People will come and see it.
How do they get
to some of them?
Where do they get off doing that anyway? They get the rights to do it, or they do it like they have to buy the book from somebody, or they buy the movie off of John Wayne?
I'm pretty sure it was through the studio. Studio had the main rights, and they passed it on to either the same studio or another studio. I'm pretty sure anyway. I'm no Hollywood mogul myself, but just a wild guess. Because I know there's legalities that come into that stuff. But like some of them they hit though. Like that I enjoyed that Magnificent Seven. I thought that was a pretty good remake. Even though it had Denzel's kind of not super pro gun, he's anti-gun, but it was still a good movie.
I'll try watching it again. I didn't like it when I watched it. What about Clay out there saying that Beastie Boys wrote a song about it? What is he talking about?
About Brass Monkey?
That's a Western?
No. I think that's a malt booze. But yeah, I don't know what Western they did.
The Real Brass Monkey is the thing where they pile the cow or the cannonballs into, I think.
Oh, was that really a thing?
Yeah, when they look like they're in a little pyramid next to the cannon. I think that's Brass Monkey.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know that.
I think so. Movies from the current millennia. Isn't that just 2000 or is that all movies?
Yeah, millennia? I don't know.
Yep. Well, we're getting a little bit of communication from the audience. Appreciate that. But I think that, I don't know. There's not much else to say. We've talked about it before. I don't think any new ones have come out that are right on everybody's, current list. So just say, hey, if you're looking for a theme or something to do for a series of videos, then think about doing videos on some of your favorite Western movies. You can link them to Amazon. Then that way somebody might click on them and buy a DVD or something. Maybe make a couple of bucks. And then give somebody the idea of what movie to watch. They can watch it on Amazon Prime or Netflix or something too.
Yeah, the one thing I really don't mind about the newer Westerns is they do tend to show some of the different guns. Than it used to be just everybody had a, Colt 45 single action and a Winchester 92, Now at least they show a little bit different stuff.
You'd like that about the new ones, or you don't like that about them?
I do like that they show some new stuff.
Yeah, so every once in a while in an old movie, like the bad guy would have a special gun or the good guy would have a special gun. Otherwise, yeah, it was just they all had revolvers or lever actions. All right, we solved Westerns.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like if the topic of Western movies was, or cowboy movies was a, what do you call it, damsel tied to the railroad tracks, we just untied her in time. And now we're moving on. And now the train's flying by, and it's actually the time in the show where we feature one of the members over on Gun Channels. Except today we're going to feature one of the people we feature over, or we support over on the Patreon. So Patreon's platform we talk about occasionally here on the show. It is a funding platform, I guess, mostly, but it also has a little bit of social media aspect to it in the respect that you can interact with your supporters over there, and you can disseminate information either to everybody or to specific people. So it gives you a way to have communication back and forth with your audience over there. And one of the people I think that did it real well are We Like Shooting. As soon as they came around and came on the scene, you could tell that they were doing it on a lot of different platforms. So they do theirs per episode over there. So we're talking about Patreon. Let's look at how they do their Patreon. They have 274 people that are supporting their projects. So 274. I don't know what they've got on their YouTube channel, but they're not YouTube centric. They podcast and they use YouTube as a tool. And I'm sure they appreciate everybody that finds them on YouTube. But 274 patrons giving them $549. That's basically $2 per episode, right? And they'll do 2 episodes a week, I guess. So when you take this times 8, so they're making some pretty decent income. It's probably not enough to support every guest or every host of the show or anything, but it's letting them do things at a whole nother level, and it shows. They're succeeding well. So they're one of the channels that we support over there. Let's see if they support other channels over on the Patreon. You scroll down to somebody's main page, you'll see who they're supporting. Look at all the people they're supporting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different channels. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, like I said, I think they're an interesting, what would you call them, like channel or group. They're a bunch of people, I think they came from Reddit, and they started doing the podcast together, and have explored lots of the different platforms, and they show up at all the different events and stuff, and they got a pretty good thing going on.
So is there live stuff over on that Reddit, or was it just like a forum type of thing?
Reddit is like just a weird forum that's like full of angry nerds, and then these guys all like knew each other from there, like palled around, I guess, over there, sent each other text messages. I don't know what you do on Reddit really, and then they started doing the podcast on the YouTube. I think that's where they started it. At least that's where I first started seeing it. See if anybody at the Gun Channels knows. No. It's Maggie saying you wish they stayed on Gun Channels, but they have their own chat. Yeah, they decided to do it their own way, which is fine. But yeah, then they didn't quit. They quit putting it over here. Imagine the factor of that was that they weren't getting enough feedback from over here. Although they probably had more feedback than some of the other shows. There are a couple of shows that just post over here and don't really pay attention, and which come first: the not paying attention to the Gun Channels chat, or the Gun Channels chat not participating with them. I think it's usually the latter. Usually it's them ignoring us, and then we quit watching their show. But
yeah,
doesn't matter. Gun Channel is just a platform. These people are out there doing it on Huku and Wulu and BizBang and Q and everything else. So they're definitely cross-straddling the platforms, which is really the way to succeed out there. So when we're looking at this 549 coming in as their Patreon support, that's the support directly from their audience. Who knows how much pursuit they're doing with other means of income also. So they might be having all kinds of things with advertising and whatnot. This member of the day brought to you by Manic Arms. Yeah, see, like he says, they've got some sponsors that like the show as well. So that probably doesn't hurt nothing that if it was on multiple platforms, that it's interesting for sponsors too. So I think there's good things to be learned there, and they're friendly guys. If you ever meet them, they're all pretty good people. All right, so that was our Patreon supporter of the day. People that we support on Patreon. Again, every day we try to feature one of the members over at Gun Channel stuff. So it's all about. So next up, I think we'll move into the good idea, bad idea. Good thing there's 3 people here. Good idea, bad idea. 25 ACP, the caliber, for concealed carry. Bob, good idea, bad idea.
Bad idea.
Jimmy?
possibly the worst idea. Bad idea.
All right, so we got Bob saying bad idea and Jimmy saying bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
Pretty much.
25 ACP for CCW. And we added sound effects. I'll go with good idea just so that we have some debate then. So it's center fire and it is small. So the frames can be super small, something like that little Beretta with the tip up. I don't remember what they call what the spirit animal is of the 25 ACP one, but you know what I'm talking about. And other little tiny guns that are blowback. That allows your grandma to have a useful center fire gun. You're gonna restrict your grandma to have 22 rimfire, little anemic rounds in the first place, but then rimfire, even worse, the worst of all possible, failure rates. Why would you not want a center fire for such a small gun?
I'm pretty sure grandma can handle a 380.
Or a 9. I mean, 9mm is basically about the same recoil as a 22 rimfire, isn't it?
No, come on. The 22 is a tiny bullet. It's basically just a rimfire version of a 22 long rifle. So it's not trying to be no fancy 3080 or Nazi 9mm. It's just trying to be a.
He's wearing a heavy shirt; it'll bounce off him.
I'm not saying it's either, yeah, but I don't know. So Orly keeps saying, "What happened to Jaeger?" Why does he keep saying that? Something happened with Jaeger.
Jaeger uses 25 ACP?
No, he's been saying that since before the show started. I don't
know.
Something happened. So, yeah, I'm not only picking Pro because we needed one, but I don't even know with hollow points if that would work. They don't. In other words, I don't think you can engineer a better 25 ACP than the ball. It needs that mass, right? It needs that amount of weight to work. So if you start drilling holes in it, it doesn't. And you start drilling holes in a little tiny thing like that, it's not even effective anyway, right? There needs to be a few molecules of meat for it to bite onto.
Yeah, and it's just I feel like it's ineffective. That'd be one of those points where somebody was like, "Well, you know, I got a couple $100. Should I get this 25?" And I would probably tell them to go get the high point or something.
Yep.
Or carry. Now, if they had a ton of guns and they wanted a gun to just fart around with, go grab a 25. Have fun. If you want to carry it, nah, bad idea.
Jaeger got kicked off of YouTube.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, let's go find out what's going on.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I mean, 25 for maybe deep, concealment.
You need a third gun? Yeah, something like that. I could agree.
Well, here's the thing: people like you, people who are afraid to promote 25 ACP because your insecurities or whatever, don't allow any kind of innovation with the gun. What if they made like a ring gun or a cool wrist gun or a watch or an iPhone gun out of 25? That tiny little centerfire bullet.
Well, I did pose a question a while back. I was curious if like a 25, if they were to make a 25 ACP gun with maybe a 4-inch or barrel or something like that. Probably 6-inch might be too much, but something where you can get the, maybe pack it a little bit, roll your own, I don't know, make it hotter than usual. Maybe it'd be a little bit more effective, but I doubt it.
Yeah, if they maybe stretched it, get a little more power into it. But yeah, it's just such an anemic cartridge. It's almost like the kind of cartridge you'd shoot in your parlor gun.
Yeah, it would be like if 22 rimfire and 32 ACP were like cousins and they had a baby, and out came the 25.
Yep, that'd be about it. Yeah, that retarded offspring.
Yeah.
So I think that means that 25 ACP is, not a reasonable gun to carry if that's going to be your only gun.
Yeah.
Better than a sharp stick, like some people say, but I mean, not by much.
I guess. I mean, unless you're walking around like Arizona, there's a bunch of rocks on the ground you could chuck at them.
Yeah, exactly. At least a sharp stick, you'd probably get more penetration.
Looks like they did that same thing, I suspect. Go back and decide something violates toss, and then close the channel.
Oh,
Man.
They gave him his like second or third strike or whatever, huh?
Probably all at one time.
Fuck.
So there's a bunch of channels out there doing unbanned Jaeger videos. So that's something you could do. Imagine it's not necessarily like, what do you call it? Like a sure thing, but it's got to show some support.
Yeah, YouTube probably ain't gonna see a few hundred videos and be like, "Oh, we were wrong."
Yeah, but thousands, then it might go, "Oh shit."
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, can't hurt.
No, it takes seconds. It doesn't have to be a big giant production. Just turn on the camera and point it at the screen and say, "What the hell, YouTube, you suck." All right, so what, you guys were complaining again that there's no way to even innovate with all 25 to make an awesome gun, like underneath the cell phone or in some kind of yoga wristband?
Yeah, but why not make it in a 32 or 380? Then at least it's got a chance.
No, because 32 and 380 are also both higher pressure, so they're going to need a lot more metal, right, to make a chamber and the barrel and everything. I mean, look at that diameter they are. Just the diameter themselves makes them. You can't put no cool yoga wristband in 380.
Good. Look kind of cool.
It's only good though to like carry some weird doohickey thing. I don't know. It's not useful.
How is that not useful? I want my grandma to be able to carry some doohickey. Why does she have to carry guns? Guns existed in the old days. Grandma's assumed to carry a giant gun all the time. No way.
Well, yeah, grandma, then she's got to like, hold on, son, while I flip this out and fold this trigger, and like it's gonna be like the ones that are in the credit card or whatever.
Yeah, remember, old people have arthritis, so those old arthritic hands trying to work that tiny little gun.
Give her an LCP.
Integrate the gun into whatever it is old people deal with, remote controls and canes. Jimmy couldn't deal with it. He had to leave. He can't handle being challenged. And all right. Well, I think that one is pretty much obvious that 25 is a little too small, but it is at least valid for some situations. Maybe not for CCW. It's definitely a cool caliber, though. And the guns are neat. Little tiny guns are awesome. All right. So that'll take us into the next segment. And then Jimmy comes back because he just didn't want to be here for the end of that one.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, we were right, Jimmy.
So I guess we've got to do the showdown. I don't like doing this, so this will end because I don't like doing it. What is it? I have to go over to here, and then I have to click on gun channels now, or hashtag Daily Gun Show, I guess. Uh, 1340. So last week was 1300. So that means we got 40 new ones. That's pretty cool. Then I have to go over here, and then I got to scroll down to here, and then click this over. That's a lot of work. All right, so like, what the hell? Most recent? Is this most recent? Oh, this is a repost. Okay. So I guess we're scrolling down a ways. You guys remember when we ended? Do we have moons in there before?
Yeah.
Coke and peach schnapps? What?
Ugh.
Must be Night Strike because somebody's putting booze in a coffee.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, I found out he's a morning drinker the other day.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I don't know.
Although it explains a lot.
Did we look at this one from Ghost with the ammo and whatnot?
Yeah, I thought we did. That was the Clover Tag Rainbow or something like that.
What? Hold on, I'm getting yelled at by an old dog.
And then I remember the Ghost one too, with all them ammo cans.
Yeah, I remember the one with the little woodsman in the box too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those. And I remember the patches, yeah. Remember also last week ago.
Angry said, yeah, it's about 3 rows too low.
All right. So past Night Strike's Morning Brew.
Yeah.
I would say, what's that? What is that right there? The
This
target.
Another target. Yeah. About 97 yards. My God, you might as well just stand over top of it.
Probably fell off one of those trees that he stuck it into.
Yeah.
Bump fired all into one spot.
All right. Some
This
clashing.
could be a roof somewhere. This could be like a blacktop roof.
Like there's a parking lot at work or something.
He just sprays his guns out at work. This Burbank Guns. This is sponsored. Why are they putting our shit in here? Daily Gun Show. There it is.
That's a cool gun.
So, that's a California legal Chris. See this?
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Just melt on a chunk of plastic on the back and it's fine.
Yeah.
There's a screw down there. There's screws. Lower tax on a selfie stick. Oh, no, that's his little
New-
gimbal.
Oh, long slide.
Down rocks there. That ain't a long slide.
Isn't it a long slide? Oh, okay. Looks like one. Must be perspective.
Just the angle, I think. So then he's got a bunch of his rainbow bullets. Pretty good.
Yeah.
A nice one.
That's, yeah, fancy.
And does that go business cards? That's pretty cool. Oh, these are the refrigerator magnets that went out to the Patreon supporters the other day, just last night.
Oh, those
Yes.
are awesome.
Over's drone.
I thought he broke it.
You broke it already?
Most people buy a drone, that's the first thing they do is break it.
Yeah, mine flew into a chair first. I turned it on, but you know they're made to fall apart and come back.
Yeah, I hit power lines.
A neat one, looking up under the skirt.
Hmm. All right. Soviet goodness.
Was I this one?
Yeah.
It ain't Soviet, but it's like a Rock Island revolver.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah. Rock Island 38 Special.
Look, an interesting cylinder release there. Looked like.
Yeah, it's like a Colt.
It looked like a cross between a Colt and a Ruger.
Yeah.
Was it a Colt and a Ruger? It's a Colt. It comes backwards. Ruger's a button.
But it's not rounded and pretty like on a Colt.
No, and they save a lot of money by not having to shroud the entire case, I guess.
Yeah.
Slap this on there.
Yeah. Hmm.
Shooting before. Mostly get Chris in here. When there's Pink taking a picture of
Chocolate.
knife and a picture of ammo that Ghost sent him. Then he got in trouble from his mom for eating it. Clover sending out stickers. Got one of them in the van. It's Joe to see pointing his camera and his gun at you. It's Jimmy.
Oh yeah, that was all the Clover Tag swag.
That's the new and the old style.
Kind of like the tactical leprechaun. That looks kind of cool.
I was happy when he changed it to have better trigger discipline.
That's true.
Made me feel more safe.
It didn't at first.
Nah.
So all he had to do was the end of Clover Tax Rainbow, and he got all that ammo for nothing.
Nice.
These are, we did these before, no? Some of them.
Yeah.
These are getting into the new ones.
Yeah, that was Dano's favorite right there.
All right, so which one are we going after? I'm going with this one here. It's classic AK SKS looking thing. Even though I should go with one where he's got one of my patches in it. Move twice.
Just to be weird, I'm going to go with the rainbow bullets.
Leaves it up to Jimmy.
Damn, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with that Cerakoted Glock. Chris's, yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, I always see it. I like it, and I never voted for it before, so there it is.
All right, so, well, there we go. We got Ingrid's voting for Rainbow Bullets.
Smeggy's voting for Steadily AK next to the fence.
Which isn't even one on there, so he's just making things up.
I wasn't one of the kids who ate crayons in school. I ate glue.
Well, at this
glue
point,
worked quicker.
At this point, we will probably have to give it to the Rainbow Bullets because that's the only one anything's getting any votes. Kimber, again, another one that's not picked. All right, so then we'll move on to whatever the next segment is today. Ooh, that's on our secrets, everybody. We'll go to, because I could have left it screen sharing. We're going to take a look at Big Sky Military Surplus. I think we talked about these guys before, but I don't think I've showed the actual video. So we'll click on that, and I don't have the link to the video in here. So let's use the link to the video. The Gun Show Loophole Tour is Big Sky Military Surplus. This was one of the first shops we visited on Gun Show Loophole Tour in the new van. So we went up to New Mexico to check out the Red Dawn filming locations, came back through the White Mountains, and that's where we found this one on the side of the road in Lakeside, Arizona. But look at this surplus store. It's got a little bit of everything, and there's a lot of real surplus in there. We talked to the crew there. They're good people and real interesting to talk to. In fact, they were one of the inspirations for the idea of leaving money at these stores, the gun shop and gun show stuff. So we didn't take enough pictures, and we should have done some video. We'll be back, and we'll spend some money there. So let us know what you think of the shop if you've been to Big Sky, and let us know what you think of the gun shop and gun show stuff over on Patreon. Thanks for watching.
Guys, and get.
That was a short and sweet. I only took a couple of pictures there. Wasn't expecting to find it. I was looking for a gun shop, actually. And I was amazed by how much gold surplus they had out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, or I mean in the mountains up in the middle of the desert like that.
Yeah, look, full store too.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't big, but it was pretty stuffed.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. That was where, in New Mexico?
No, it was outside of Arizona. It's like, or outside of Phoenix. It's like probably an hour from Jimmy.
Huh. Okay. So you've been to it lots, I guess, Jimmy?
Probably goes all the time.
No, not at all. Not once, actually. But that's what these things are for, though.
That's true. We tell you where they are, and now you know where to go get it.
No, now I don't have no excuses.
Not a one.
All right, Smeggy voted with me. Jared voted with Jimmy, and Angry voted with Bob. So we got exactly one vote each. Thanks a lot.
You tell.
Great. Three-way tie.
All right. So I guess with that, we can move on to the gun movie today. Every day we try to pick a movie that has something to do with guns to feature. And today it is Daddy's Home 2. You seen Daddy's Home or Daddy's Home 2 before?
No.
Got Will Ferrell and Marky Mark.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
Daddy.
yeah. I seen the first one, yeah.
So I got the opportunity to watch the second one, and it's comedy or whatever with Will Ferrell and Marky Mark in it, and they're like stepdads or whatever the hell they are, and they're competing for the love of their daughter or something, or their son, and they go, oh, you can buy a shotgun, and then the kid's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy a shotgun. So then the one grandpa's like, don't buy the shotgun because it's killing, and killing's horrible. And then the kid's like, yeah, I don't want a shotgun anymore. And then the little girl's like, yeah, I want a shotgun though. So that was funny because girls aren't allowed to want to kill things. And that's like funny to be gender biased or whatever that's called, gender racist, when Hollywood's doing it. Like they can be gender, whatever. But anyhow, then that's the first step, is that you start going, uh-oh. Like the gun is like this thing that they're going to have gender wars over. Then they go out and they go hunting, and I don't know what they're trying to do. So if you haven't seen it, that's why it's in here, is because of the hunting scene in Daddy's Home 2. We'll see if anybody in the chat has seen it. Otherwise, we'll just skip it.
That's interesting, though, yeah, because there is always that, you know, they bring them topics up in entertainment, and I don't know. I don't really agree with all that all the time.
Smeggy's vote should be worth more. That's true. And Moon voted for Crayon Bullets, and Patriot voted with me. So Jimmy's definitely out. Jimmy's definitely out at this point. But now it's neck and neck between Crayon Bullets and the AKs and the SKS. And yeah, girls aren't allowed to like guns nowadays. They're supposed to be the daughter that, you know, doesn't want to go hunting or whatever. So that's why that part was lame. And then they go out hunting, and it's the daughter and the two dads wearing camo, and she's got a shotgun, and she's walking out in front of them, and they're just walking across the field or woods or whatever. And then there's the grandparents and the mom and everybody walking behind them, like in a little noisy ass group talking to each other. And maybe that's how you hunt back east or something, or in California. Like deers are just stupid and they don't really get startled and they just stand around and wait for people to walk up in them in groups. And then it's just bad. The kid shoots somebody, I think, and then shoots something, and then they shoot the deer. So it's pretty bad. Gun, everything about it is pretty bad for guns, I think. And it's one of those things where you know, if it would have been guns, if they'd have been making fun of pretty much any other thing, then somebody would have got offended and their feelings would have been valid and they wouldn't have been able to make fun of their shit anymore. You know, if it was like, oh, you're making fun of like childbearing, or you're making fun of abortion, or you're making fun of food disorders, or you're making fun of, you know, freaking the way I like to sleep, or like somebody'd have a fit about it. But with guns, we got to just sit there and take it.
It's kind of like being Christian or something. You know, gun lover is like, you know, being a Christian or something. It's like that's the one that, or a white man. You know, if you want to make fun of something, there's only so many things left you can make fun of
Without repercussions.
Yeah, without repercussions.
Hey, spoiler alert! Which dad was the one that ended up getting her the gun? Like spoiler warning for the audience.
You seen it?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna eventually, but that's why I said spoiler alert. I don't care.
I don't know if I remember. So,
but
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the show, so I don't care.
I was mostly, and then they started talking about guns, and I was like, oh, great.
Oh, and then quickly got depressed. Oh, that's where they were going with that murder bullets and such.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so with that, that's our movie of the day. We're running out of movies, so if you want to throw us some movies, we'd appreciate it. You can send them to dailygunshow@gmail.com. And let's see if there's any gun history cooking over here. So we're about to wrap up the day. Today is Wednesday. So that means, oh shit, I do have to get moving. We have Matt tonight. We have Clover tonight. And let's do a show on Wednesdays now.
Alice is Tuesdays and Thursdays, I believe. He might come on Wednesday. I don't know.
All right, some stuff happened today.
Tomorrow's going to be a big day in history, though.
1492 is on the island of San Domingo. So 1492 discovered, or Christopher Columbus landed on San Domingo. Next up here would be the 13th Amendment was ratified today in 1865. The guy who murdered Hickok was sentenced to hang today in 1876, 11 years after that. The year after the guy who killed Hickok was hanged, in 1877, Thomas Edison makes the first sound recording. 1877, he made the first sound recording. What was the name of the first song? Do you remember?
Was it
Baba Black Sheep?
No, Three Blind Mice, ain't it?
Yeah, I think you might be right.
This is just crazy.
It's happening, yeah, right at the end. So, first one on the Gun Channel side, because, you know, we don't care about the YouTube side for when it comes to giving away stuff. What was the name of that song? First song ever recorded from a human voice after the great forgettings of the prehistory, when we had technology and then lost it due to, I don't know, flooding. But I'm sure we could record things with lasers or something back before, when the pyramids were being built.
Yeah, and Angry, we're talking about the first one recorded on a recording medium, not written down. I guess written down is kind of recorded meaning, but yeah.
Talking about Thomas Edison, obviously, who we just talked about, and the guy that he said something into his phonograph machine,
Cycle Camp says Mary had a little lamb.
That's correct. She did have a little one. And then you have a link at Fabulous Prizes because that's the answer.
There you go. Cycle Camp, you are the tactical hot shot of the day.
Little link, little link.
Did you say link or what?
Little link, a little link that's fleece was white as snow.
Okay. Well, he is pretty old, so he could have a little dink that's fleece as white as snow.
Well, with that, we'll end this one. So that's today. Tomorrow is 4:59. Concealed carry purses and fanny packs. Smallest gun you own, and training for shooting sports, along with all the stuff we do on a regular basis. So thanks everybody for watching, and I guess Bob takes us out.
All right, so we'll take it out with our quote as usual. This one today is by Dwight D. Eisenhower. Before that, I would like to make a little bit of an announcement. I'm going to take a hiatus from the show after Friday, and I just got too much shit going on right now in my personal life. But I will be back. It's just a matter of I need to get a bunch of shit done. And believe it or not, this does take some time to do these shows. So on that, I'd like to remind everybody, please like, share, subscribe. And here's the quote. An intellectual is a man who takes more words than necessary to tell more than he knows. Isn't that the truth? Thanks everybody for watching and listening. If you can, support us on Patreon, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching gunwebsites.com.